Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we uncover the hidden stories in every corporate filing. Today we're diving into a filing that signals a major shift at the top of CNS Pharmaceuticals. Incorporated, stick around because this one has some significant leadership changes and a peek into their executive compensation. Alright, let's get straight into it. This is a Form 8K filing from CNS Pharmaceuticals Incorporated, which is essentially a report for significant events that the public investors need to know about right away. Think of it as breaking news for the company. The big news here revolves around a change in leadership. On the 16th of December 2025, two key things happened. First, they announced a new chief executive officer and president named Rami Levin, who will officially step into the role on the 1st of January 2026. Now, about Mr. Levin's new role. His employment agreement outlines a starting annual base salary of $580,000. That is a pretty solid foundation. Beyond that, he is eligible for an annual bonus. The target for this bonus is set at 50% of his base salary, meaning if he hits his approved goals, he could earn an additional $290,000. On top of salary and bonus, he'll also be considered for annual equity grants, which means stock or stock options in the company as determined by the compensation committee of the board. The compensation committee basically decides how much of the company's ownership he'll get as part of his pay, tied to performance and his role. As part of joining, Mr. Levin is also receiving an initial grant of 19,000 restricted stock units. This isn't free money right away. These units vest over time, which means he has to stay with the company to earn them. Specifically, 25% will vest 6 months after he starts, another 25% after a year, and the remaining 50% will be paid out in smaller chunks every 3 months. After that, this is a common way to encourage executives to stay on board long term. The agreement also outlines what happens if things don't work out. If the company lets Mr. Levin go without a good reason, or if he decides to leave for a legitimate good reason as defined in the contract, he is entitled to some pretty substantial severance. This includes 12 months of his base salary paid out over a year. He'd also receive his target annual bonus for the time he worked that year and accelerated vesting for any stock awards he hadn't yet earned. This is a pretty standard executive protection clause, ensuring a soft landing if there is a change in circumstances. Adding to his new responsibilities, the board of directors has also agreed to appoint Mr. Levin to their own ranks, effectively making him a director starting the 1st of January 2026. This isn't unusual when a new CEO comes in. They often sit on the board to have a direct say in the company's strategic direction. A quick look at his background shows Mr. Levin is 56 years old and brings a wealth of experience. He's been a board advisor for Genex Life since late 2024 and founded a leadership development firm called the Outcomes Group in early 2024. Before that, he was the CEO of Imstem Biotechnology and previously served as president and CEO of Saniona, both clinical stage biopharmaceutical companies that deal with developing new medicines. He also served on the board of a nonprofit called Life Science Cares. His educational background includes a Bachelor of Science in Biology and an MBA from Tel Aviv University. Importantly, the filing states there are no conflicts of interest or family ties that need to be disclosed with any current directors or top executives. Now, the other side of this leadership coin is the departure of the previous CEO, John Climaco. On the same date, the 16th of December 2025, Mr. Climaco resigned from his roles as CEO and as a member of the board of directors. The filing explicitly states that his resignation was not due to any disagreements about the company's operations, policies, or practices. This is a good sign, suggesting a smooth transition rather than an acrimonious split. Mr. Climaco also entered into a separation and severance agreement. As part of this agreement, and assuming he complies with its terms, the company will provide him with severance benefits. This includes 12 months of his current annualized base salary paid in monthly installments. He'll also receive his 2025 cash bonus, totaling $319,000. Also paid out in monthly installments. Additionally, CNS Pharmaceuticals will cover the employer portion of his Cobra health insurance premiums for a full year after his separation. This is a fairly generous package, again pointing to an amicable separation. Looking at the company's structure, their common stock is traded under the ticker symbol CNSB on the Nasdaq Stock Market LLC. And here at the end, we see the exhibits we've been discussing, like the employment agreement for Rami Levin and the separation agreement for John Climaco. So, what does this all mean? CNS Pharmaceuticals is clearly making a strategic move by bringing in Rami Levin as their new CEO. His background in biopharmaceutical leadership, particularly at clinical stage companies, suggests a focus on advancing their drug development pipeline. The generous severance packages for both the incoming and outgoing CEOs indicate a desire for stability and professionalism during this transition. The company is setting up its new leader with strong financial incentives tied to performance and retention. The key takeaway here is the clear transition in leadership. With Mr. Levin at the helm, expect CNS Pharmaceuticals to push forward with its existing strategies, likely focusing on clinical development and bringing its products to market. While the specific financial numbers of their ongoing operations aren't detailed in this particular 8K, this filing is all about setting the stage for future growth and outlining the terms for their top executives. This is a move designed to provide confident leadership for investors, which is always a positive sign in the volatile pharmaceutical sector. Alright, that is our breakdown of CNS Pharmaceuticals' latest filing. What is your take on these leadership changes and what they might signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this analysis helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into corporate filings. And don't forget to join our Discord community. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.